This is Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law with attorney Joe Pippen. If you have a legal question, call Joe right now. In Tampa, call 813-287-5700. Anywhere else, toll free at 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. The law office is open. And now your host, Joe Pippen.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney, and the law office is open. Hey, you have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. And if I can be assistance to you in any way, all you have to do is to dial that number. No matter where you're listening, if you can hear me, that's a toll-free number. And also, we're broadcasting today live on Facebook Live. So if you are on Facebook this morning, then you can go to just the law offices of Joseph Pippen, or my personal page if you're a friend there, or the Ask an Attorney page. If you can find me on any of those, we're broadcasting live, and you can welcome to call in if you. But I don't think I've had a live Facebook caller yet, so we're just doing this a couple of weeks now. But if you'd like to call the show and ask a question, it can be about wills, trust, probate, guardianship, power of attorneys, healthcare surrogates, living wills. It can be just about any area of law. And if I know the answer, I'll be glad to share it with you. And if I don't know, we have resources to find you an answer. So I'm here to help as many people as I can in my 50-minute stint here on Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. We don't do commercials on this show. All we do is to try to help people and give information to something you've been worried about all week, or maybe you couldn't sleep last night, you're worried about something. You have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. I had a client come in this week. They were an elderly couple. Let's say they were in their 80s. And they didn't have children. They've been married, first marriage, been married a long time. They had come to see me to do their estate planning. Now, there are really only two questions I need to get answers to get started on an estate plan. And the questions are, well, who do you want to leave your assets to? And who do you want to put in charge? Who do you want to be the administrator, the personal representative, executive, or trustee? Who do you want to handle things for you if you die or become incapacitated? Well, they didn't know the answer to either one of those questions. And they really couldn't make a decision at the meeting. So here's an elderly couple coming into an attorney to do their estate plan, and they don't know the basic answers to two questions. Who do you want to leave it to? And who do you want to put in charge? Now, they had no family. There was one deceased sibling with children they didn't want to leave to. And there was one surviving sibling, brother, sister, that couldn't handle money and they didn't want to leave it to them. Their main church was not in Florida, it was in another state. And even though they were thinking about leaving something in the church, they really couldn't decide how much and so forth. So basically, they left the meeting with I couldn't even get started. I couldn't even send them drafts of their documents. Now, this happens a lot with, and then my next couple was a young couple that had a baby, a less than a year-old baby with them. And they knew everything. They knew who the guardian of the child was going to be, who the trustee to handle the money till the child was 25. They had an alternate plan if all three of them passed away. So some people come in totally prepared and other people don't. Hey, if you have a legal question, all you have to do is to dial the toll-free number, 877-943-9673, 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. I'm here to help as many people as I possibly can. If you're looking on, watching on Facebook Live, you see the number right under the screen there, 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. I have an attorney that does a radio show on another station that I listen to from 7 to 8 in the morning as I come into the station where I do my show. And had a question about basically a life estate deed. And the lady was calling in and wanted to change the remainder of who gets the property on the life estate deed. Now, I'll call, her name is Catherine. She's been on my show many times. She's our family law attorney. She has her own show. So the question basically was, could a life estate deed be changed? And the answer is, I called in and kind of helped out with the answer a little bit. The answer is, it depends on what kind of life estate deed it is. If it's just a regular life estate deed, then that's a done deal. The remainder can't be changed. If it's an enhanced life estate deed, or otherwise known as a ladybird deed, it's very possible, it can. That's the purpose of a ladybird deed or enhanced life estate deed, is that the remainder can be changed. So the answer to that question was really the deed needed to be looked at and to see if it could be changed or not. All right, you're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open. And if you have a legal question, we're here just to answer your legal questions. Your question can be about estate planning, can be about family law, can be about real estate law, can be about next door neighbor problems, can be just about any problem you have legally. It doesn't even have to be a legal problem. It could just be a problem you need to discuss with someone. You have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. You're listening to multiple stations around Florida. We're on about 12 stations. We have in the Salem communication family of stations here in Tampa, where I'm broadcasting today. It's 570, 910, 860, 930, 1380. And we're also 90.3 FM, big central, big station, FM station in Central Florida. WLVF, 90.3 FM. Also have a community FM station in Sun City Center. Crystal River, we have a community station there. 600 The Answer, WBOB, coming out of Jacksonville. And if you have a question and you can listen to any, if you can call in, we would love. I have much more fun doing the radio show when I have a bunch of callers. Toll-free number, 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. Suppose you're in that same circumstance where you want to do estate planning documents, but you don't know, you're stuck on who to leave it to, or who do you want to be in charge. We'll see, the lady that when they came in, they couldn't do anything, but they really had already done something. The very people they didn't want to leave their estate to would be the ones to receive it if they continue to do nothing. The state of Florida makes a will for people, and it goes down the family tree type of situation. So the very people they did not want to receive it would receive it until they do something. So who would be the common choice of who the trustee would be, or the personal representative executor? Well, they had a nice sized estate. It could have been a bank with a trust department. It could have been an attorney or CPA or some other professional, can also be the trustee. There are lots of choices there. Let's go to Dee in Winter Haven, our first caller. Hey, Dee.
Hey. I'm calling about power of attorney that I have for an elderly gentleman. And his assets are in one of the banks here in Winter Haven, and they don't recognize power of attorney.
Well, how's the account titled?
It is in his name only. He has only distant relatives.
Well, listen, the bank can't just say, I don't recognize the power of attorney. They can be made to honor a power of attorney. Now, it might be an issue with how the account is titled. For example, an account could be in a trust.
It is a trust. It is a trust.
All right, well, there you go. So they're not going to recognize the power of attorney to get to an asset inside a trust, because the trust controls what's in the trust.
Okay.
So for a successor trustee to get access to the account into the trust, a couple of things have to happen. First of all, is your dad competent?
He's not my dad. He's a friend. He has only distant relatives. He's 97 years old. Right now he's competent, and he can sign his own check. All
right. Well, okay. So one answer might be to take him into an attorney. He wants you to be a co-trustee with him.
Yes.
All right, take him into an attorney, and the attorney can do an amendment to the trust, making you a co-trustee. So that way you have access to help him out, pay bills, and so forth.
to be a co-trustee, but the bank told me the only way that he could do it is to put the trust in my name only and declare him incompetent.
No, well, hey, you're talking to a bank. You're talking to a bank clerk, not an attorney.
Okay.
So now you're talking to an attorney.
Okay.
But it sounds like that's why I asked if he was competent. You can't declare him incompetent if he's incompetent if he's competent.
No, I cannot.
All right. So the answer would be to sign an amendment, get him to sign an amendment because he can do so. He's competent to make you a co-trustee.
Okay.
And that would give you signing privileges on the bank.
Very good. You've answered my question.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. Again, I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open, and it will be open for another, 4:37 or 8 minutes. So, hey, give us a call if you have a question. Let's go to Barbara in Lake Wales. Hey, Barbara. Barbara, you there in Lake Wales? All right, maybe Barbara's not there. So, her question was about medical billing, and that's always an interesting question. Trying to get your medical bills paid when people are resisting or insurance companies deny it. But Barbara, if you can get reconnected here, I'll be glad to listen and try to help you in any way I can. So you're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney, and you have a toll-free number which is 877-943-9673, 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. Let's go to Tim in Tarpon.
Yes.
Hey,
Good morning, Mr. Pippen.
Hey, good morning.
Received a letter from an attorney representing the live-in girlfriend of my deceased uncle, offering a small cash settlement. There was no will, the attorney said. No, she didn't say that. She just said your uncle's assets, the cost to close his estate out exceeds the amount of his assets. But the girlfriend is offering me, we'll just say $1,000, to sign a full release that she'll give me a gift of $1,000 if I sign a full release. It's a rather lengthy release that can make no claims against her, the estate or anything. Two questions. What, should you sign that release, which I would think not? And the second is, I did send the attorney a letter asking for a copy of a will or the probate proceedings in the state he died. Is that the right way to go about it?
I would.
Your suggestion?
Yeah, I would demand the full accounting of what's in the estate. I just wouldn't take the word for that the debts exceed the assets. So show me what the debts are. Show me what the assets are.
Okay.
Show me the will, and don't sign any releases to have full information.
Okay. Just ask for all the information. Show me.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's just assume there was no will. Wouldn't it go through probate? Doesn't every state have a probate court?
Well, you don't. If it's not worthwhile to go through probate, if there's truly no benefit to anyone to go through probate, all the doctor, the hospitals would wind up for it if you did it. The benefit would be there might be a fee for the personal representative or a fee for attorney, which they have a higher priority than the other creditors.
Right.
So there might be some benefit there, but it might be no benefit to you.
Right. Okay.
But you need to be fully advised. You need to have all the information before you make your decision, of course.
Right. I wasn't so concerned with receiving anything. It just seemed odd to me, like, here's $1,000, sign this.
Yeah, no, I would request full information.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
All right, Tim, thanks.
Bye.
All right, let's go back to Barbara in Lake Wales. Hey, Barbara.
Yes.
What can I do for you, ma'am?
Yeah, I have a question. I have my medical insurance after my deductible is met is usually 80/20. But there's one company that I deal with every month that when I get my health incentive, which means they pay the whole amount towards my deductible until the incentive is gone.
Mm-hmm.
There's one company that will receive the whole amount, which is $100 from the insurance company, and they'll hold the 20%, which is $20. They'll put it aside and bill me for that $20. And if I don't pay it, they'll bill me past due. But they have the 20 from the insurance company. They just won't apply it. And this has been going on for years. I have to call them and tell them to apply that $20 before they'll do it.
Document everything in a certified letter and send it to them. Phone calls just aren't very effective when you're dealing with things like this.
I know.
Yeah.
It sure isn't.
Yeah, so document it all in a certified letter and send it to them.
Okay.
All right, Barbara? All right.
Bye-bye.
All right. You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. Again, I'm Attorney Joe Pippen. You have a toll-free number if you want to call the show. If you have a legal question of any type, be glad to try to help you. 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. Let's go to, what's your name? Is it Ruth?
Yes.
Ruth, okay. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, can you turn your radio off in the background there?
I did.
All right. What can I do for you?
When did you find out about? Okay, I have a rental property. I have these people living on the rental house. They've been there for 2 years. I asked them to pay $300 a month, and they refused to pay. So what could I do? They've been there for 2 years this month.
No written contract?
She refused to sign.
All right. No written contract. She's month to month.
Okay, so what did I do?
So you can give them a termination notice to vacate the property.
Okay, what kind of termination notice?
Well, you give them an eviction notice.
Okay.
You give them 3 days to leave the property. You have to give it to them in writing.
Okay, so I can't sue her for the back pay?
You can sue for, yes, you can also probably go to small claims court and make a claim for any back money.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open, and we are helping as many people as we can. We have about 32 minutes left in the show. If you have a legal question, give us a call. You have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. And let's go to, let's go to Christine in Sarasota.
Good morning.
Hey, Christine.
So I have a daughter going to college, and I wanted to know, are there forms that I should have her sign before she goes, like a power of attorney or, a medical form? What do people do when their kids go to college?
Yeah, absolutely. How old is she?
18.
Yeah, okay, so she's of legal age. Yeah, I would get her to sign a power of attorney, healthcare surrogate document. At least that would be to give you power to do all things for her. She's of legal age now, so she needs. That's a great question. I think everybody who has a college kid going off to college should have a power of attorney, healthcare surrogate document signed.
All right. Well, they're all about to leave, and I'm to ask. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we'll get it done before they leave.
Okay. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That's a good question. That's something you don't think about too much. You got kids going away. You might need to do things for them, act in their behalf. Suppose they're in a car accident or something while they're gone, or suppose something horrible happens. You need to be able to have legal power to make healthcare decisions. You need legal power to be able to do things for them. And certainly a power of attorney, healthcare surrogate document would be a wise move to get them to sign before they leave. If you have a legal question, you have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. Had a question this week from a client whose largest account, other than their home, was their retirement account. So the question was how to deal with that in the estate plan. Now, retirement accounts have named beneficiaries normally, and so a lot of times they don't even come into the estate plan because whoever you name as the beneficiary on a retirement account controls what happens to the money outside of what the will and trust say. But this person didn't want the beneficiary to be able to take all the money at once and do whatever they want to with it. They thought it would be unwise result with what would happen to the money. So what you can do is you can put special language into a trust, have the beneficiary of the account be the trust, and then have the trust control the distribution the way you want it to be, instead of the child having a choice in what they want to do with the money. They want to cash it all out and spend it all right away. You can avoid that through proper planning by having to come into a trust. You are listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open this Saturday morning. If you're listening to this show other than Saturday morning between 8 and 8:50, you're listening to a rerun of the show. It's always a live show Saturday morning from 8 to 8:50. And if you are listening, you have a toll-free number if you want to call the show. You can also be watching the show on Facebook Live. It's on the Law Offices of Joseph Pippen page. It's on the Ask an Attorney page, Ask an Attorney Joseph Pippen. And it's also on the personal page, Joseph F. Pippen Jr. page. And if you have Facebook Live, try to check us out. And let's go to Lee, calling from Clearwater. Hey, Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I should mention I am one of your clients.
Oh, great.
One of the questions I have right now is I'm in my 80s, and there is a lady friend who is also in her 80s, but also has some medical background. I'm interested in having her live with me and have a life estate in my house, but then have the house revert to my descendants after she dies. Is there anything special that I need other than just putting this in the will?
Well, you can put that in the will, or you can create what's called a ladybird deed.
I heard you use that.
Yeah, but also let me back up a second. You already have a living trust, so what I would do is just put...
No, I do not have a living trust.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Well, if you come back in, since you're a client of mine, we can discuss your two options. Your options would be to create a trust and do what you want to do with the language in the trust, or we could perhaps do a enhanced ladybird deed or enhanced life estate deed that could do the same thing, and that'd be something you could change if you wanted to, just like you could change the trust.
If I go into the internet and look up ladybird deed, that'll tell me what it's all about?
It's just a deed where you name a remainder that you could change the remainder if you want to. It's unlike most any other type of deed.
That's what I was hoping to avoid, was having to do anything with the deed and so forth.
Well, you can put the same language in a will or a trust.
Okay.
I don't charge anything for you to come in to discuss this, so it'll probably be better face-to-face and let me explain it all to you and explain what your options are.
Okay. This is probably not going to happen real soon.
Okay.
But I thank you very much.
All right. When you're ready, just let me know.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. Again, I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. The law office is open, and you have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. Let's go to Deborah in St. Petersburg.
Hello?
Hey, Deborah.
Hi. I have a question in regards to my friend was served papers to have her, from her ex-husband, to have her alimony reduced or eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And it says on there that there are other legal requirements for her. She already went in and filed a written response, but I know there's some other things she has to do, and I was calling to find out what those were. I know one is she has to file her financial affidavit within 45 days, but were there any other legal requirements that she has to do in response to this?
No, they should be listed on the petition, whatever they require.
Nothing is listed. It just says there are other legal requirements. You may want to call an attorney right away. And it does not list in the paper she was served what her legal requirements are.
All right, so the husband has filed a petition to reduce the alimony.
Correct.
And have you read the petition?
I have. I have it in front of me.
Well, she has to answer the petition. Is there anything that she can deny or request more information from? Or is there anything she can substantiate, or it's changed in her circumstances as far as the need for income? And what's changed in his income? Did he lose his job?
He lost his job, but he's taken on another job. And she was not working the whole time she was married, and now she does have a job. But it's making, minimal. She has a very minimal income. She still does.
Listen, we have a family law attorney that her name is Catherine that would talk to her on the phone without a charge.
Okay.
So if she wants to do that, that would probably be the best answer.
Okay, that would be great if I could get her information to pass along.
All right, you're calling from St. Pete, so it's 727-586-3306. Just go to extension 200. The young lady there can take down some information and get her started with a phone call interview probably.
All right, thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. Phone line is open at 877-943-9673. Let's go to Ruth in Riverview. Hey, Ruth. Ruth, are you there? I hear something going on there. Ruth, are you there?
I'm here, yes.
All right, what can I do for you?
Is this the attorney?
It is.
Oh, okay, yes. I'm in a small claims court, and I have a foreign judgment. It was initially in the state of New York, and now it's in a Florida court. Someone owes me money, excuse me, and I got this foreign judgment because they live in Florida, and I now live in Florida. And they told me that I have to serve him, even though he's been served, and the court has given me a judgment against him. What is my next step?
You have to get a Florida judgment.
I have a Florida judgment. It's called a foreign judgment. I have a Florida foreign judgment.
Okay, and what did the clerk tell you?
The clerk told me that they don't handle the legal matters, that I should probably serve him again. That's what they told me, serve him again.
All right, so basically when you have a valid Florida judgment and you're going after someone's assets, you have to do what's called a deposition in aid of execution. So what that is you discover what assets they have that you can attach or take using your judgment. The fact that you just have a judgment is basically a piece of paper.
Okay.
Now you have to take action to collect against the person's assets to actually get something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's a deposition.
Yeah, actually getting a judgment sometimes is the easy part. Is collecting the debt is the hard part.
Exactly, yeah. So I have to get what's called a deposition against their assets?
You have to take a deposition so you can discover what their assets are.
Oh, so I can discover. And I go to the clerk's office and proclaim after the judge?
No, you're going to have to discover their assets and then figure out a way to... Why don't you call my office? I have an attorney that can maybe help give you some advice on this.
Okay.
So the 727-586-3306 and ask for Jim.
Yeah. Okay. I'll do that.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, getting a judgment sometimes is the easy part. Some people just don't even show up to court, so you get a default judgment. And then you have a piece of paper called a judgment where you have a court paper that says they owe you money, but then you still don't have the money, so now you have to get them in a deposition where they have to disclose where their bank accounts are, what type of automobile they have. You can even ask for information about jewelry and things like that. So once you get that far, then the person knows you're closer to being able to take something. Sometimes they work with you a little bit closer. All right, let's go to an anonymous caller in Central Florida. Hello, anonymous. Hello.
Hello.
What can we do for you?
Yeah, under Florida homestead exemption law, if your property or if your house sits on property that is slightly more than half an acre, can it be exposed to potential creditors?
So you're inside the city limits?
Inside, yeah, I would be in. It's in central Florida, outside the city.
It's outside the city?
Yeah, it's in the county though. Or
have you been served a lawsuit?
No.
But you're concerned someone's going to sue you?
Possible. I'm not sure.
To be honest with you, I'd have to review exactly what's protected in the homestead within city limits and with outside city limits. If it's outside of city limits, it seems to me that I remember that it's more than a half an acre. If it's inside city limits, then there is a smaller amount that's protected. There also might be a dollar amount that comes into play. What's the total value of the property?
It's approximately $245,000 or $40,000.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be protected dollar-wise. And I think if it's outside of the city limits, it's more than a half an acre. So it might very well be, I'd have to look at the statute and kind of refresh my memory a little bit, but if it's outside the city and it's 200, I think you're probably protected.
Right. Now for to rebuild the home, they said with replacement it's about $300,000.
Yeah, you're still within the monetary limits.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. All right, phone lines are open. You have a toll-free number, 877-943-9673. Let's go to Willie in Florida.
My question is, yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
My question is, my daughter was awarded power of attorney over her aunt because she was 80-something years old. She didn't have any. She had a son, but he died. So she had a home. And some people were living with her. And what had happened was, when we knew anything, the people had put their name on her home, and because she has dementia. So it's been established by the court that she's had this dementia. But after that, somebody sold the house, and it's really taking everything. What she has contacted an attorney, but it seems like it's really going slow on the reversal. It shows that they sold the house for $10, and it's
hey, Willie.
home.
Willie.
Mm-hmm.
This is far too involved with too many moving parts for me to be able to help you on the radio, I think.
Okay.
So somebody's going to have to really look at this.
Uh-huh.
Generally, you can't use a power of attorney to benefit yourself. It always has to be for the other person. Sounds like there might be questions about where the power of attorney came from and whether it was obtained under undue influence. And then you're dealing with an incompetent person. There's just, I don't think I could take enough time to figure out exactly what your circumstances are in just a few minutes on the radio.
Okay.
So I don't know. I'd be glad to talk. You're calling from where?
It's Winter Haven, Florida.
I'll be glad to talk to you off the air and ask all the questions I need and try to help you out. But I don't think this is a good radio.
What number should I call to do that?
863-422-1370 is our main office number in Polk County there.
I will call. Thank you so much, sir.
All right, thank you. You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. Again, I'm Attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. If you have a legal question, you have maybe 15 minutes left in the show or so. You have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. We're also broadcasting today live on Facebook Live. We have 3 pages there on Facebook Live. We have a personal page of Joseph F. Pippen Jr., You can send a friend request if you're not a friend. We have close to maxing out at 5,000 friends, but I changed that up somewhat. I have a lot of California friends. I don't know how I got those, but I'm more interested in having Florida friends, of course. I've got friends in Virginia, but they're all friends, and they're all, of course, you know how Facebook is. A lot of friends you have, you don't really know who they are. We also have law offices of Joseph Pippen page, and we also have Ask an Attorney, the radio show page. So you should be able to find us. We're broadcasting live right now. If you want to know what the voice looks like, you can find out today on Facebook Live if you're close to your computer. Also, we have 20 office locations around Florida, and if you would like our free estate planning poster sheet, it's absolutely free. I'd love to mail it to you. You can get it one of three ways. You can call our toll-free office number, 1-800-226-3529. That's 1-800-226-3529. You can email me for it at Joe, J-O-E, at ATTYPIP.com. And you can text for it, 727-667-3967. Let's go to Keith in St. Petersburg.
Good morning.
Hey, Keith.
I enjoy your show. Last weekend you were talking about taking some change to one of those change machines at the grocery store.
Yeah, exactly.
And you discussed quarters and dimes. That
yes.
would be 64 or something earlier.
Yeah, 1964.
Anyway,
yes.
Yeah. So I got the thing, and I still had a big bucket of change. So that reminded me to take it there. So I went there.
You went where now?
To the grocery store to dump it in the change machine.
Did you look at to see if there were anything dated before 1964?
Not in detail, but I did kind of look through it. So, but I did not see anything.
Okay.
So I'm going through it, and it kicks out coins that have been, are chipped or messed up or something, and it kept kicking out this quarter. So I kept looking. I'd look at it and I'd run it through. I didn't see anything wrong with it. Then about the third time around, I look at it, and it's a 64 quarter. And I got to thinking, I wonder if this machine knows the difference. I can't imagine it does, but
Well, you would think if it did, it would keep it.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking. Mm-hmm. Anyway, it's just an aside. It was curious to me. In fact, just sitting here listening to you this morning, I was thinking maybe I'll just call that company and see if that actually happens.
Well, hey, take the quarter to I can give you a place. I'll give you $2.50 for it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I just kept it. If I find any more, I'll collect them and take them to the jewelry store like he did or something.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need to do.
Anyway, I thought that was interesting. I'd be curious to see if anybody knows for sure if those machines actually can tell the difference.
Yeah, some of my offices, we have 20 offices. A couple of those are inside banks. I'm actually inside a bank. So I've been telling the bank tellers, I said, do you know, I said, you deal with coins and change all day. Do you know that dimes and quarters dated before 1964, a dime's worth $1 and a quarter's worth $2.50? And, during your spare time, you should be looking through your change.
Yeah.
You have nothing else to do. You have nobody standing in the tunnel line, be looking through your change.
Yeah,
and, you can easily probably swap those out. I don't think the bank would care. I mean, they might. You might want to ask, but I don't think the bank would care. And all you have to do is you take a stack of dimes and a stack of quarters, and you just hold them. You hold them in a stack, and you look at them. And the ones that are silver stand out. All the other ones have a copper strip to them. And the ones that are all silver really stand out. I mean, you could take. A couple of them told me that ladies come in to the bank and they get like 3 rolls of quarters every week, and they take them home. And then they come back and swap them out the next week. And they've learned to go look for these things because if you find 10 quarters with that's $25. I mean, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah, well, thanks for your show. I enjoy it every weekend.
All right, Keith, thanks for calling.
Bye-bye.
All right, so we have about 10 minutes left in the show, and you have a toll-free number, which is 877-943-9673. That's 877-943-9673. Let's go to Dan in Bradenton. Hey, Dan.
Hey, yes, I've got an obscure question about a private investigator following me.
Mm-hmm.
And
what did you do, Dan?
Nothing that I know of.
All right.
I mean, it's kind of a hearsay type information. There's no. So he's gone to several of my doctors and every hair cutter place where have been and so forth and so on. And
do you have an upset ex-wife or girlfriend?
No, none of the above. But it's just stemming back from maybe something back in high school where somebody had a vendetta maybe against me or something. It's really...
Well, yeah, there was a case this week about some actress coming into town and this stalker guy, and he was arrested, actually. They had a picture of him, and they pulled him out of the line to go see this gal, and they arrested him. So if you have someone stalking you, and you have a fear of them stalking you, you could probably get a court order and an injunction to keep them from, doing what they're doing.
Well, see, I don't know who it is because it's a private investigator, and I can only suspicion who it is. And I've actually hired my own private investigator to go after this guy to see what he knows. And the investigator that's supposedly following me is in denial that he's not following me. So I don't know of a way to, other than to have my doctors or any of the other people testify that he did come into the establishment and ask questions and basically...
Yeah, well, that would be the only way you could do it. You need some evidence.
Yeah, basically making comments that I did this and that and the other thing, and so, yeah, that's what I'm leading toward.
Yeah, you probably need to get a couple of notarized statements from these people as to they ask questions and, kind of build a little file if you want to ever get an injunction to keep this guy away from you.
Okay. All right. Well, that's good enough. And I'll thank you very much.
All right, Dan.
Bye.
All right. Let's go to Brian in Jacksonville. Hey, Brian.
Hi, this is Michelle.
Michelle in Jacksonville. All right.
I'm sorry.
All right. Go ahead. What can I do for you?
I recently purchased some property that was sold with the city with the tax lien, and after I closed, I received a letter from an attorney saying that I should contact them regarding a quiet title. Have no idea what it is.
Well, why don't you call the attorney and find out what he's talking about? A quiet title is basically a lawsuit, a petition, so you would have a clear warranty deed type of title, getting rid of any liens or other black clouds on the title, so to speak. So I'll call him and see what he says. And then if you have a question about that conversation, you can call me back, or I'll be glad to talk to you about it.
Oh, great. Well, thank you.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye. Let's go to John in Bradenton. Hey, John.
Hey, Joe. Hey, listen, you mentioned the coins, but what about the 64 half dollars, the Kennedy halves?
If they're all silver, I don't know what the value of those would be, but it'd be worth a lot more than 50 cents. I mean, I'm thinking that could be worth $5 each.
Right.
Okay. But I don't know the dollar amount. I know that I had a whole bunch of dimes and quarters. I mean, I know my estate, because of my effort, made a lot more money off of those. But I'd gone into the coin shop where I work and gotten a list of what I should be looking for to do my best job I could for this estate. And it just so happened there's a bunch of dimes and quarters that were dated before 1964, and they put me on alert to look for those.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm sure the half dollars are worth probably, I would think, twice as much as a quarter, so probably $5, I would guess, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you another question. I got a condo, and the guy next door to me, he's got bugs in his condo, and he's gone to a nursing home, and I can't. I don't. What do I need to do to get that all cleared up?
Well, you need to spray your condo real well so they can't enter into yours.
Yeah,
you could call to the board of directors of the condo association. Would be your next step.
Right, and they tell me they can't do anything.
Well, they can spray. I mean, they can pay for the spray.
Yeah, but he's got all this stuff that's left in there with food and whatever, you know. And,
do you know his family?
No, I don't. That's one of the problems. They can't find him.
They can't find the family member?
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing to do is probably complain to the county.
Okay.
You know that.
And that would that be with like the health department?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, you could try that.
All right.
But
Thank you,
it seems
Joe.
like the condo board should do something. It seems to me.
Right. Okay. Thanks again.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You're listening to Ask an Attorney, all about Florida law. I'm attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. You have a few more minutes. You could call the show if you like at 877-943-9673. 877-943-9673. Phone lines are open. If you would like our free estate planning poster sheet, our office is, we give free appointments to review existing estate planning documents. And like I said, we have 20 office locations. If you get the poster sheet, all of the office locations and addresses and local phone numbers are on those sheets. And if you'd like the sheet, there's one of three ways. It's a full-size poster sheet talking all about the three options in estate planning. By the way, I'm doing a seminar Tuesday night. I did one this past Thursday night in Roy's restaurant across from the International Mall there in Tampa. If you would like to attend, I'm not sure they have any openings, but if you'd like to attend, call my office and we'll get you connected with maybe an appointment to come or a reservation to come to the seminar. If you have a need for a speaker, though, I do lots of community speaking to different groups and so forth, and love to do those as well. And you can contact our office either for the free estate planning poster sheet or to make an appointment at toll-free number 1-800-226-3529. 1-800-226-3529. You can also text me your a note that you want the poster sheet. I need your name and address, or you want to be called by some staff member to make an appointment. And the text number for you to do that is 727-667-3967. You can send me an email. The email address is Joe, J-O-E, at ATTYPIP.com. And again, I'm attorney Joe Pippen, practicing attorney. We're here every week at 8 a.m. We hope to also broadcast live on most weeks on Facebook Live. And also we can, there's a new network of shows. We're probably going to put these on YouTube. And there's a network that have all the shows if you're interested in that. We'll talk more about that probably at a later time. If you'd like to call our office, though, it's 1-800-226-3529. And I'm attorney Joe Pippen. I'm glad to be here. Glad to be a help to you. If you want to call you couldn't get on the show today, but you have a question for me, you can send those to me by email as well. And promise to give you an answer. I even answer some of those on weekends. So the email address again is Joe, J-O-E, at ATTYPIP.com. Again, we're here every week, so tell your friends all about the show. The biggest compliment you can give the show is telling someone else about it, particularly if someone is trying to ask you a legal question. Just tell them you don't know. They need to talk to a professional, then they can call the show. It doesn't cost anything. Glad to talk to them. And hey, you have a great week, and so long.